I'd like to acknowledge and thank all our elected officials for being here this morning. Transportation in the East Metro is an important topic, and so we're glad to see you all at the table so that we can have some conversation about it and stay updated.
So on behalf of the Gateway Corridor Commission, which does represent 13 cities, townships, and 2 counties, they are here today. We want you to accept our heartfelt appreciation for your commitment to making the East Metro a vibrant part of the Twin Cities region. And I do want to thank the St. Paul area and Woodbury area Chambers of Commerce for hosting the event, and the many business leaders too that are here this morning. You are here today because you get it. You understand the Twin Cities region is competing in a global market, and that in this area we need a balanced regional transit system, and that is vital to the region's competitiveness. What is built already in the West Metro becomes more valuable if there's also constructed lines in the East Metro. So you don't need to live or work here or even represent this area to know how vital the East Metro is to a vibrant Twin Cities. Hennepin County Commissioner Peter McLaughlin sends his regrets. He cannot be here today. He's part of the Senate bonding tour happening this morning. And then while he does live west of the river, he recognizes that what's good for Ramsey County and Washington County is also good for Hennepin County. As many of you know, Peter McLaughlin chairs the county's Transit Improvement Board. That is the 5-county board of elected officials that manages the quarter-cent sales tax used to support transit investment projects like Gateway. He asks that I share the message of strong support by CTIB for Gateway, and that CTIB stands ready to provide its 30% share of project costs. Our colleagues from Ramsey County, Commissioner McDonough and Ortega, also serve on CTIB. I want to thank both of them and Peter McLaughlin for their regional leadership in building a comprehensive multimodal transit network that connects people to jobs, promotes economic development, and reduces congestion. I also want to thank our bill authors and tireless champions for Gateway at the state capitol, Senator Susan Kent and Representative Joanne Ward. We wouldn't be here today without their past support and their future commitment to a strong East Metro. And then our champion on the federal level, of course, who is watching our back here at home too, is Congresswoman Betty McCollum. We couldn't ask for a better ally. She is working with us to make sure the East Metro has every opportunity to access federal dollars and to be ready to compete with other cities nationally, like Salt Lake City, Denver, Phoenix. Thank you, Representative McCollum. We know that you're listening to your district and that you're our agent in Washington. So we have come a very long way on the project. I just want to review briefly where we're at with the study, and we are very proud of our work. A significant milestone was met last year when, after 2 years of study, a preferred route was named. Another milestone was reached in 2013 when we entered into a 2-year phase to create a draft environmental impact statement that is required by the FTA. The purpose of the draft EIS is to inform decision makers and the public of the social, economic, and environmental impact of the proposed transit line. Following the assessments, refinements will be made to the plans in order to ensure that the proposed transitway provides maximum benefit with the least possible impact. This spring will bring another milestone. Based on data and public input, we will select a transit mode, either light rail trains or bus rapid transit in a dedicated lane. After environmental work is done, then the engineering phases begin, and construction is possible in 4 years. It's crucial now that we get the state to commit to 10% of the project. The state's share is the final piece to local support needed to leverage 50% of the federal funding to construct the line. So if you're doing the math, the funding assumptions are 50% federal, 30% CTIB, 10% state. That's 90% of the cost to construct the line. Ramsey County is Washington County's partner for the 10% local match, so it'd be 5% property tax, then match in Ramsey County and 5% in Washington County. Washington County feels that we would be able to bond for that amount at the right time. And this keeps property taxes stable too and low. So after you leave here today, Please pass along the message that a strong East Metro matters to the entire Twin Cities. The value of the new metropolitan transit system that we've all worked hard to build increases substantially if there's regional balance. So thank you again for your attention. Thank you for being here today.
We know, especially in Ramsey County, that our future economically depends on the region. In the region, success depends on the East Metro area being viable. It isn't just all about the West Metro.
Commissioner, thank you. And perhaps we can oftentimes remember to remind our colleagues in the West Metro that west of the river means the St. Croix River, and they can't. I have on the agenda a very brief business perspective. I want to remind all of our partners in the room, and I'm sure the Woodbury Area Chamber, I talked to Barb, their president who can't be here this morning, is actively considering this, that our chamber for 2 years running at the board level voted to impose a half-cent sales tax and support that half-cent sales tax in the 7-county metro area to fund transit. We know that the current level of funding is not adequate to do the accelerated build-out that businesses demand. Metro Transit knows and relays to all of us that over 80% of all of the ridership on Metro Transit is individuals either going to or from work in the morning or going to and from school, preparing for work. Employers support transit.